Hi and welcome back in Learn Python 3 with Atif Masih series.
In this video, we are going to discuss very interesting and important concept of loops. This is a second video. In this video, we will discuss for loops. A for loop is used for iterating over a sequence. It means we can say that we can iterate each element of the dictionary, list, set or string with the help of for loop. We can use for loop to execute set of statements. Look at the example. We have a list which is fruits, and see here with square bracket we can create a list with elements. Apple, banana and cherries are elements. And see here, for loop have different syntax. We will use for keyword and in. With the help of in we can check that the element that is stored in variable which is x, if present in fruit dictionary, then print the element. And see here, this x is a variable that is used to store first element in first iteration and then second in second iteration and so on. And see here the result. Now we will discuss how to iterate elements of the string. And see here, we will use for and in, and x is a variable. It will store first element in first iteration and then second, and in string it will store first character then second and so on. And see here, first element, second, third and so on. Now we will discuss iteration of tuple. And see here, with the round bracket we can create a tuple. And see here, with for loop we can access each element of the tuple. And see here, this item is a variable. With for keyword and in, we can apply a for loop on the tuple t and then print the each element of the tuple. And see here the result. Now we will discuss how to use for loop with dictionary. And see here, we have a dictionary dict1, and with curly braces we can define a dictionary. And see here, each element of dictionary has two parts. This is a key and this is a value. With the help of key we can access values. And see here, in this example, for I in dict1, it will print the values. It will print the keys. See here, A, B and C. And see here in second example, if we want to access the values, then see here in I we access the keys, and with indexed we can access the value of every keys. See here, apple, banana and cherry. And we have other method to access keys and values. See here, with dot value we can access the value, and with dot keys we can access the keys of dictionary. And see here, values and keys. But if we want to access both keys and values, then we will use dot items method, which is a method of dictionary. If we want to access both keys and values, then we will use items method. And item method has two variables, one for keys and second for values. And see here, I have created I and j, and see the result. It will return a pair of each element. Now we will discuss the range method with for loop. With range method, we can print different numbers. We can define range with the help of range method. And see here, it has syntax. Range method will take 3 arguments. First argument is start, second end, and third is a step, which is difference. And see here, with example we will understand this. I want to print 0 to 5 number, which is equal to 6. With range we can define the range of numbers. And see here, I have defined 6, and it will by default start from 0, and also it will use step 1 by default. See here, 0 to 5. And in second example, I have defined starting and ending value, and third value it automatically use 1. And see here, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and it will exclude 6. And in last example, see here, I have used 3 values, start, end and step. And see the result. It will print with difference of 2, and it will exclude the ending value. Next we will discuss len method. In range method, we can call len to access the length of tuple and list or string. And see here, in this example I want to explain the use of len method to access the elements of list. And see here, I want to start loop till the range of list. And see here, with len method we can access the length of list, and it loop will continue till the length of fruits. And see here, in for loop I applied pop method. Pop method will remove each element one by one. It will first remove last, then second last, and so on. And see here the result. It will return the empty list. Next we will discuss how to take input from the user with the help of for loop. If we want to take multiple inputs, then we have to use for loop. See here, I have an empty list. I want to store element in the list. I will take using input method from the user, and it will take one name of fruit till the end of for loop. And see here, I have given range 5. It will take input from the user 5 times, and then append each fruit name in every iteration with fruits list and then print banana, apple, orange, mango, cherry, and see here the result. And next we will discuss how to use else in for loop. And see here, I want to print numbers in the range of 6. When the range is completed, then it will move to the else part and then print finally finished. And see here the result. It will return 0 to 5 numbers and then it will print finally finished. In this video we have learned about for loop with some example. In next video we will discuss nested for loop. If you want to learn about Python, please subscribe my channel and like and share my videos, and don't forget to click on bell icon so that you will get notified when I add a new video.
Stay
Thank you
tuned.
so
We'll
much
be
for
right
watching
back.
my video.